Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in the world, and welcome to this week's Gift of Healing TV program. We're here this week with our very special guest, Karen Jane. And for those of you who have watched the program before, may have met Karen before because she's done a couple with us, and I am delighted to be welcoming her back. And those of you who have heard us talk about this before, she's sharing about the Lords of Melchizedek, their healing and their energetic powers. And I am so looking forward to this. But let me start by introducing Karen to you. It would help if I was on the right place on my page. Karen began in complementary therapies when she was 40, having had a varied work life before that. Energy work is the part which speaks to her most and in which she specializes. She began with Reiki and Sikkim and developed her work with energy into working metaphysically, that is, between dimensions of time and space, to facilitate clients in releasing influences from other lifetimes or other dimensions in this lifetime, to enable them to advance in every way. This is soul-to-soul work. At the same time, she channeled a series of day courses with some of her guides, whom she knows as the Lords of Melchizedek. And this is what Karen is here to share with us tonight. And she's also written a book which we will be talking about as well. So Karen, welcome to our program this evening.
Thank you, and hello to everybody.
Brilliant. Karen, can you start by sharing with us a little how you got started, where you've come from and how you got started with all of this?
Oh, how far back do you want me to go, Sarah? The varied work life or beginning with therapies?
Just before the therapies.
Just before the therapies, I found myself single with my son and no work and in not excellent health. And I took advantage of the time off then to learn therapies and to do something different. I'd had an interest, I was 40 then, as you've said, and I'd had an interest in complementary therapies from being about 19. And I always thought there's got to be something more than drugs, medical drugs. There's got to be something more natural, but I never had the chance to pursue it. That's for another discussion maybe, but at the time didn't believe I had the chance to pursue it because I had to earn a living, or I had to do my best to do that, bring my son up and have a normal-ish life. So then, as I say, I had the chance when I was 40 and I took it. I went and enrolled for every natural or complementary therapy course I could find at my local college, and I learned Reiki Sikkim privately, which at the time one did. It wasn't available at all in colleges then, and it just went from there. And this is unusual, I know, and most masters wouldn't agree with this, but I went from level 1 to mastery in 5 months. But at the time it was right for me, and as you've said, energy is my special thing. I adore it, and I embraced it wholeheartedly, which was why I was ready for it. And as well, the energies prepared me in their own way for each level, so that I was physically, mentally, emotionally ready for each level as well. And then, go on, sorry.
No, carry on.
And then Lords of Melchizedek, whilst I was working, doing regular Reiki Sikkim treatments, I was aware of these beings with me. I have inner vision, and I saw these beings with me, and at the time it just seemed they were hanging about, observing, and one day I just decided to speak to one of them in my head, and probably anybody watching this is going to think I'm a complete nutcase, unless you're into what we're into. And I just said, okay then, and I know somehow inside me that you're from the Order of Melchizedek, but why are you here with me, watching what I'm doing? And it was a male energy from the Order of Melchizedek, and he just said, I'm here to help you, Karen. We're all here to help you. And gradually more and more of the Order of Melchizedek would appear when I was doing my sessions, and the healing energy I was channeling increased exponentially with them. And then afterwards I became aware of some more beings dressed similarly, but not quite the same. So I thought, okay, some more of them. They've got different clothes, slightly different clothes on, but they look the same. They had the same appearance. They felt the same. Their energy was the same. So I didn't bother asking anything about it. I just accepted them. And again, the healings were stronger. The energy was fantastic with them around, really fantastic. And I've worked with angels, angel energy as well, and other energies. But for me, the Lords of Melchizedek and the Order of Melchizedek was something that resonated. I don't really like that as a buzzword, but it did. It resonated in me. And I was so comfortable with them, and clearly they with me, because they've stuck with me for all these years. And that's how it all began.
Brilliant.
Go on.
I'm just thinking about it, because when you're talking about how they were dressed, a friend of ours, Sara, she drew the pictures for the book, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Yes.
Have you got a copy of the book with you? I didn't even think about this.
No, I haven't, because I'm away from home at the moment working. So I haven't brought a copy of my book with me, no. And because I'm in France working, the physical copies are in English, so the people here, most of them wouldn't understand. So there was no point really me bringing the copies of the English one. Sorry. But
don't apologise, but have you got anything on your computer that you could possibly share a picture with me that I can then put on the Facebook page?
Yes, I've got my external hard drive. I've got pictures on the external hard drive. Yes. Yeah. So, yes, of course, we can do that.
Brilliant, because that would be lovely, I think, because people are being able to watch this and listen. You've now talked about seeing them and what they're wearing, and then I suddenly thought the book, the pictures. So that would be ideal to be able to give people that sense. And I can, or you can post it on the Gift of Healing TV Facebook page.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, sure. Yes, I'd be happy to.
Brilliant, brilliant. So that's how you got started. And then, of course, yeah, we've talked, I've just mentioned the book. So I know we're going to go more into the course, what the work with the Lords of Melchizedek.
Yeah.
The book, how did that all come about?
That came about courtesy of Elaine, another mutual friend of ours, who saw how I worked with energy and asked me to come and demonstrate to her students in Poole. And so the Lords of Melchizedek had been nagging me for probably 7 or 8 years by this time. And it was 2006, I think, when I first came down, the end of 2006, when I first came to Poole and demonstrated the Melchi energy, or some of the Melchi energy work. Melchi for short, by the way, everybody. It saves time from saying Lords of Melchizedek. So Elaine had asked me to come, and I've been saying to the Lords of Melchizedek for years, oh, I know you want me to do something with you, but there are people out there who are really well known. They'll get your word out. Nobody knows me. How am I ever going to demonstrate or get this work out for you? And they just not quite tapped to their feet, but said, no, Karen, we're waiting. So I said, right, okay, fine, and carried on with my normal healing life and so on and so on. Then Elaine asked me to come and do the demonstration. So I finally sat at my computer, tuned into the Lords and said, looks like I've got something to do now after all. Okay, I give in. Tell me what you want me to do. And I didn't quite go into trance, but it was maybe half trance, and I just tapped away at the computer, and when I stopped tapping, I read what I'd got, and it was the first full day's course. So I came to Poole, I did that, I wrote it on the Thursday and came down and delivered the course on the Saturday, after I'd done my best to check for typos and so on. And, well, as you know, it was quite successful. I was amazed. And when I read through the course, after I'd finished writing it, I was just blown away with the strength of it. Simple but powerful exercise work to help, first of all, in that level 1, the body to reharmonize. And then did the course, came back home on the Sunday or the Monday, and went and had a bath that evening, and I'm lying there in the bath thinking, I wonder if there might be a book about this. And I just got the thought coming from outside the bathroom, because they're very polite, what do you think we've been waiting for you for? So, okay, suppose I'd better get on with that then, and I did. And it took me 18 months, 2 years to write the book, because I was busy doing stuff in Bosnia, busy writing more courses and so on. So it did take me quite a while to write the book. And it was obviously then published. And it's on Kindle as well.
Brilliant. Yes, because I did that first workshop with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I so remember that morning thinking, Sarah, this is energy. What are you doing? You don't do energy because you don't see anything, you don't hear anything. And I remember being blown away by it, purely because I suppose in its own way it spoke to me.
Mm-hmm.
And as I have realized since, and we were talking just before, because and you said you thought it was me that actually raised this issue about, you were always talking about the lords of Melchizedek, and they
Yes.
all think of themselves as lords. But I said, well, what about the feminine aspect? Because you're coming very much from the masculine.
Yeah.
And I've now got and I know one of my guides, Kotien, is, for want of a better way of putting it, one of the ladies of Melchizedek, one of the feminine energies of the
Yeah.
Lord. And
Yeah.
so this is to me, it absolutely amazing and powerful. So what do we are going to do an exercise, folks, and please, folks, for some reason my little sticky that I usually put up hasn't come up saying please let us know you're here, please let us know where you are. So please do, because I know that there are people watching, that you're here with us, and welcome, great that you are here. We are going to do an exercise. Karen's going to do a little exercise for us. But what do the courses consist of, Karen?
Okay, level 1, as we said, is about reharmonizing or integrating, which was the word I was given when I channeled the courses, the physical. So we begin with various parts of the physical body and get them to work together in harmony, which makes the physical body a lot more consistent in its energetic being. I was going to say ness, but I don't like that word. In its energetic being. So that gives you a stronger base. It's the foundation for you to move on and progress. And then we reharmonize other parts, the emotional aspect of the being, the mental aspect, conscious and unconscious, the auric aspect, the karmic aspect, all of which have a living, breathing consciousness. Every aspect of our being has this living, breathing consciousness. We're not just a body that moves and does what the mind tells it to. Every cell of the body has its own living, breathing consciousness. And it's important that all those aspects speak to each other and are in harmony with each other to give us the strongest possible foundation we can have for every aspect of our life and our progression as a being. And in the progression as a being, individually, it helps the world progress and advance. And at the time when I first channeled the courses, it was about the 2012 ascension. But for me, ascension wasn't 2012, it wasn't the whatever of December 2012. Ascension is about all of us progressing and the world progressing with us or because of us, because everything feeds back into the living, breathing consciousness of the multiverse and of the earth herself. So it's about progression, ascension at the end of it, or the beginning of it.
So that's why it has to be the physical first, because we have to work on ourselves first.
Yes, it's like building a house. If you don't have a foundation, the house falls down. And if the physical isn't integrated and harmonized, it can't tolerate the higher energies of the spiritual aspect of life. And we can not exactly suffer illness, but we can be really, really under the weather because it just cannot stand the faster vibration. So by the physical being scattered, if you like, or not harmonized, disintegrated, the spiritual aspect, the mental and emotional aspects of the self can't work consistently at 100% either, because the base isn't there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. It makes a huge amount of sense that sort of, and because yeah, as you said, foundations of a house is the same with anything. If you don't create the firm foundation, you've got nothing on which everything else can stand.
Yeah.
So,
or like a car, a motor on its own isn't going anywhere. It needs some kind of a body or a chassis, and that needs to work in harmony with it.
yeah.
But if the chassis is falling to bits, the engine's going to fall out, and you've had it. So, two analogies which should help everybody to get what I mean.
No, but brilliant, and it makes a huge amount of sense. So, what is the purpose of the courses?
As I said, it's about ascension. It's about helping us to progress in every way we can. And as I said in my book a few times, possibly to the point of boring people's pants off, it's about being the best you can be. And it's not about saying the ascension is about being perfect, about being a perfect person, or having the world be perfect. It's about being what you are, but the best part of that in a more consistent fashion. So no matter what your life circumstances are, be the best you can be within it. Whether you're a drug addict, an alcoholic, a power control freak, or whatever you are, be the best person you can be within your own self, within your being. And as well, accept what you are and allow yourself to move on. So the whole thing is about progressing yourself and others by that energy. Sorry, go on, Sarah.
I want to go back to that word perfect, actually, which I know sort of takes us a little bit out of this. But we are all perfect.
Exactly.
It's just that so often we're told we're doing this wrong, we're doing that wrong, there's something not right about us. You know,
Yeah.
for us, our hair's not curly enough, we've got the wrong colour eyes, the wrong colour skin, we're not tall enough, we're too tall, we're too plump, we're too skinny, we live in this world of the people talk about perfect, but the truth of the matter is, what is perfect? And to me, every single one of us is perfect. And I suppose what your course helps us to do is to live within our own perfection,
Exactly.
hopefully
Yes.
helping us to realise that
It.
don't need to be anything other than who and what we are.
Yeah.
We're totally born. We are born totally perfect for our life, for the experiences we've chosen, the path we're going to walk, and every experience we're going to have within it, however easy or difficult. We live in a world that is determined that if there's something goes wrong, it's got to be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And this course, to me, it has been a foundation to me in helping me to let go of that false perfection that nobody can actually name and talk about anyway. Let go of that. That's difficult, that's easy, that life is. So yeah, Karen.
Yeah, exactly what you said, Sarah. We are born perfect for this life, but because of the circumstances we live in this life, and because of other people's considerations, opinions, etc., we lose sight of our own perfection. So the courses help us to realise that and to be the best we can be and to come back into that level of perfection. And by doing that, we are progressing. We're here to progress as well. We're here to learn lessons. And And if one is integrated, harmonized, etc., and has the foundation and moves on into progressing, advancing the spiritual, the emotional aspects, dealing with the karmic aspects, and perfecting, for want of a better word, or reperfecting the aura, all of that, then we can progress. And we raise our vibration by progressing, and others around us are affected. So we're helping other people, and we're helping the world in general towards a higher being, a higher level of being, existence. So that's what it's all about. And actually, parts of the first 2-day courses are in the book, so people can benefit from the exercises written down if they want to go that way about it.
Brilliant. How about we go into the exercise now?
Okay.
I think if
no
that
problem.
brings about sort of helping people to just get, I mean, the previous 2 programs that you've done with us, there's been elements of the Lords of Melchizedek work within those. So though I haven't put them into the replay email, folks, just go on to the website giftofhealingtv.com and you will find one under the catch-up meditations, one under the catch-up exercises. You will find both of Karen's previous programs if you haven't already seen them. So you'll be able to do those, that one meditation, one exercise with Karen sort of from there as well, so that there is more of what Karen does has already been shared with us. But I wanted Karen to talk more with us this time. So Karen, the exercise that we're going to do. Now you tell me what you want me to do with this picture. Okay, I'll be followed. I'll be guided by.
I'll explain briefly what I'd like to do with people. What we'll do, if everybody's in agreement, is reharmonize the chakras, and I decided on chakras rather than the organs, other parts of the body, because most of the people who are watching have some knowledge probably of the chakras and know how important they are. So it's easier to contact, if you like, the chakras, because you probably know where they are. It's not everybody who's got anatomy and physiology knowledge to know, oh right, my liver's there, my kidneys are there, and the spleen's there, and so on and so on, to be able to locate them within the body. And if one has a visual reference, it's far easier to locate things in the body. We do have a visual reference, courtesy of you, Sarah, for the chakras, and most people know them anyway, or approximately where they are. For those who don't, for those who have no knowledge whatsoever, here they are in pictures, starting with the root chakra at the genital area. Yeah, and chakras are spinning energy centers, energy vortices in the body. If they're not working in harmony with each other, you can become ill or seriously under the weather. You're not connected with the divine, which is a part of the progression. It's what we're moving towards in every lifetime that we have. Although we're born perfect, we're still moving towards reaching the divine again. So from the root chakra in the genital area, pubic area, which is red, onto the next one, which is the sacral, it's orange. And it should also be said that the chakras spin at different speeds. The root chakra is the slowest, so the sacral is slightly faster, that one's orange. Then moving on to the solar plexus, which is yellow, again slightly faster than the sacral. Then the heart, which is emerald green or rose or a mixture, depending what book you read. And then I recognise the thymus separately, but it's not on most pictures, which isn't there. If you recognise the thymus, it's halfway between the heart chakra and the throat, so roughly at the kidney 27 meridian point, if anybody knows that, just below the sternal notch, where the collarbones join. And it's either jade or turquoise, depending, again, which book you read and your preference. Then onto the throat chakra, trying to pronounce things properly, and that's blue, sky blue. Again, there are so many shades of sky blue. I like the azure summer sky blue, but your preference, really, which shade of sky blue you like. And again, faster than the lower ones. Third eye, which, depending the book you read, is either indigo or deep purple. Faster than the others, this connects with the intuitive side of the self. And then onto the crown chakra, again, depending the book you read, it's either pure white or violet. And I've seen it a mixture of violet and white with various clients. So I give them the choice when I'm working with chakras with clients. So what we're going to do is have a look at all those chakras for you. I'm going to get you to look at your own, I should say, and get them into harmony if they're not. So, as Sarah normally says, we don't play music because we're not infringing on any copyright. If you would like some music on, please play it quietly for yourself, but not enough to drown out my voice, because otherwise you won't benefit as well from the exercise. But feel free to play your own music. We don't go into that. Okay, so a meditative exercise. If you would please close your eyes, I will do what I do as a group leader, for want of a better word, with protection and grounding all the people who are there. Even on the replay this will happen. And if you also do your own thing for grounding and protection, whether you surround yourself in white light, golden light, violet light, or protect yourself in some other way, please do that now. I'm doing my thing with the Lords of Melchizedek. Probably most people will feel an extra presence with them, because I can see already that there is a Lord or Lady of Melchizedek with everybody who is or will be doing this exercise. So you'll probably feel an extra presence, which is there for protection and guidance. So roots down, if that's how you do your grounding. Bubble up, if you surround yourself in a bubble of pure light. And I would like you, please, to breathe in the blue, white, pure light, which is the light of the Lords of Melchizedek, the light of unconditional love. Please breathe in that blue-white purity and let it flow all the way through your body, all the way through the physical body, relaxing, cleansing, and healing everywhere it touches. And when you breathe out all the stuff that does you no good at all. Let it go out on the exhalation like grey smoke. Just get rid of all that's not needed and breathe in some more of that beautiful, pure, blue-white light. Let it continue flowing throughout your body, into every single cell of your body, your mind, your soul, relaxing, cleansing, and healing everywhere it touches. And when you breathe out, let go of all that's not needed in your life. Just breathe out like wispy grey smoke all the things that are inappropriate for you, aches and pains, miseries, woes, soul issues. Let them all go on the out breath. And take a final, for the moment, really deep breath of that blue-white light. And feel it coursing all the way through your whole system, your whole being, your body, mind, your soul, both the conscious and the unconscious mind, the aura, into your karmic energies, into your chakras, and release a final letting go breath with everything that's not needed in your life right now. And you can continue to breathe in the blue-white light and to breathe it out as well. Just breathe the blue-white light. Allow it to take you into a deeper and deeper state of relaxation. Allow it to cleanse wherever it's needed and to heal with the power of unconditional love. And as you do that, breathing in and out the blue-white light, let your conscious mind take a bit of a rest for a while. Let your conscious mind step aside and relax itself, because it's always the conscious mind which is too busy. Allow it several moments of deep, deep relaxation, along with your body, the subconscious, the soul, every aspect of you. And allow your soul, with the help of the Lords of Melchizedek, your own personal Lord or Lady of Melchizedek guide who is with you right now, to bring your attention to your chakras. If you wish, imagine or visualize the picture you've just seen, if that helps. And allow yourself to be aware of all your major chakras at the same time. The root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, thymus, throat, third eye, and crown. If you can visualize them, that's wonderful. If you can feel them, that is also wonderful. Somehow have an awareness of all those 8 major chakras. And they should be on a central column. And this central column is where your Kundalini energy rises and actually returns. It's a two-way movement of Kundalini energy up and down the central column. So please be aware of your chakras. Be aware of the central column, the Kundalini energy moving up and down that central column. And be aware of whether your chakras are actually working in harmony with each other or not. Are they communicating via the Kundalini energy with each other as the Kundalini moves up and down that central column? Take a few moments to assess for yourself whether your chakras are working in harmony, communicating with each other, sharing the responsibility for your whole chakra system. Be aware if one or more of them is overworked or underworked. And I'll leave you a moment to look at that for yourself. And if your chakras aren't working completely in harmony with each other, speak to them all as a group energy and ask them, how would it be if you did all work 100% in harmony with each other, communicating efficiently, allowing the Kundalini energy to move freely up and down this central column, and the Kundalini energy as well. Involve it. Allow all those aspects of your chakra system to listen to what you're saying. How would it be if all of you worked in harmony, completely integrated with each other, communicating 100% efficiently with each other for my best physical, spiritual, mental and emotional well-being, so that I can progress, so that as individual aspects of me you can all progress. And if all those aspects of your chakra system agree that this is a good idea, to work 100% in harmony, ask them to do that from this moment for the rest of your life, with neither one nor another more dominant, all equal, individual but equal, and working as an efficient team. And if they've agreed, just quietly to yourself and to them, say, so be it and so it is. And being aware of how your energies are changing with this reharmonization. Have another look at your chakras and see if they are properly aligned, if they are aligned centrally on the central column, neither to one side nor another. If they are misaligned, ask them just to pop back into place, just to move themselves so that they're correctly aligned again. And this allows the free movement of Kundalini energy and information. So be it and so it is. Take a couple of moments now to assess how your energies have changed with the reharmonizing and integrating of your chakras. Now that your chakras are harmonized, you will probably find that changes will take place in your physicality, in your mental and emotional being, and all the other aspects of your being. And once other aspects, other systems of the body, mind, spirit, etc. are reharmonized, your energies will be purer, higher. You will live on a much higher vibration. And it's time now to bring yourself back. Bring your consciousness back within your body. Allow the conscious mental to wake up. Bring your consciousness back right now. Feel your feet on the floor. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes.
Thank you so much for that. No two ways about the fact I could feel energies around me, especially on my right hand side, but I got the sense of there being energies not just on my right. But that definitely was a long time since I did that with you. So it was great to have a refresher. And And I know Elaine's done all of it several times with you now,
Yes,
hasn't
she
she?
has. Yeah, every time we do one, Elaine, well, not every time, but a lot of the times, Elaine sits in. And from the advantage of having her vibration raised by doing it once and then again, she gets even more from the original exercise, the lower levels of the courses, the level one. She gets a lot more from it now because the vibration's so much higher, which is quite interesting. And just to say, I know your little sidebar's gone, but mine's here, so if anybody wants to say anything, I can see what people are saying.
Oh look, my sidebar is here. It's
You've
just
got
that
it.
my little sticky that's saying to people, please let us know you're here,
Ah, right. Okay.
didn't go up for whatever reason. So
Right.
sort of it was just sort of so if people, especially now that hopefully you've started to come round from that, if there's anything you want to share, if you've got any questions for Karen, please ask. I've got a couple more bits I want to sort of obviously ask, although I know we're coming actually close to time. But so what comes after those basic courses, Karen?
Haha. After the basic courses, we start to look into other dimensions because once all the aspects of the self are reintegrated to give us a holistic being again, which should be as we're born, we are far stronger and far more capable of investigating other dimensions. So we look at other existences of the self. We look into other dimensions of the earth herself as well, with the how can I say, with the goal of helping the earth to progress. And I'm not sure if this might be too wacky woo for some people out there. Apart from talking to other existences of the self and getting those to help us and we help them, it's a whole mutual help service that goes on. We visit other worlds as well, and we communicate with other world beings. And I know you've experienced that in the further levels of the courses, and it was enjoyable.
It was great, and I know that we did quite a bit of work with the Pleiadians.
Yes, we did.
And I know you sort of said about sort of whether we mention the Pleiadians, and I must admit it's as long with the Lords of Melchizedek, it's certainly a group that I sort of, I don't say I communicate with them daily, but I sort of certainly mention them, if you like,
Mm-hmm.
daily. And I hope that just that, because especially with the way that you do work with this, it's you can almost sort of set the intention and put it in place. And so hopefully that anything that you're sharing with energy on a daily basis, that energy goes to where it is required. I know that when we did the course and we first connected with the Pleiadians, we did something, the group of us, that first group, did
Yeah.
something to help them that
Yes.
they were then going to be able to come back and help us.
Yeah. Yes. And actually, that experience was amazing. We got the feedback afterwards that that particular group of Pleiadians had allowed themselves to become sick and near the point of death in order to ask humans to help them, and that was in order to help the humans progress. So that could have been quite a sacrifice on their part. If we hadn't helped them that day, they possibly would have found other people, but they actually let themselves get to that point to help us, which is, it's an amazing experience of love from other world beings. To have so much love to let yourself nearly die, just to say, look, we know this is going to help you by helping us. Uh, yeah, it was incredible.
I
And
suppose
sorry, go on.
it helped us to step into our power,
As
because
well.
what every single one of us, doesn't matter who you are, what you believe, what your life experiences, etc. are, we are all amazingly powerful beings.
Mm-hmm.
It is just that we have forgotten that.
Exactly.
There
Yeah.
is no one more or less special, more better, worse than anybody else. We are all the most amazing beings equally but uniquely.
Yes.
And I think, yeah, equally but uniquely is, yeah, I don't know where those words came from, but thank you,
They're very
guys.
good.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Excuse me. I
So,
agree with you entirely. And the work with the, sorry, go on.
no, carry on.
The work with the Lords is to help us to realise that what we are, that's part of it. And that as well is, again, part of progression, realising what we are and being the best of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the book is called The Lords of Melchizedek, A
Yeah,
Down-to-Earth Guide to the Ascension.
yeah. It
Okay.
is.
And you've said that that's on Amazon. It's also available for Kindle.
Yes, it is. It's on Amazon at $8.99 in print, and it's on Kindle at $4.99.
Okay. And I'm assuming that on your website, you've got information about the courses, the workshops that now you can do these via the internet, can't you, Karen?
Yes, I can. I can do them by Skype. Yes.
Okay. So folks, if you want to find out more, now Karen, what's your website address?
It is katietink.co.uk, or is it .com? Isn't that really bad? That is really bad. But if people put katietink.com and it's .co.uk, it'll come up, and if they do the other, it'll come up anyway. But it's Katietink, all lowercase. No, capital K, capital T. Do you want me to spell it? Because
Don't, Karen, don't worry, because I will put it into the. Oh, correct. It is already in the replay email, and I will put it under the the YouTube recording, so that it is there for people, whether it's .co.uk or whether it's .com. So please do go and look at Karen's website, find out more about what she does. We're all here sharing whatever it is. We've got sort of Reiki coming up in the future, we've got ear candling coming up in the future, we've got loads of stuff coming up, we've had loads of stuff already. The giftofhealingtv.com, you will always find the replays, so you needn't miss anything. So go and find Karen's previous 2 programs if you haven't watched them already, and enjoy those. But we're here to share. We're here to help people to know what is out there, so you can decide, actually that resonates. Some of it won't resonate with you, but do you know what? Until you get to know about it, you're not going to know whether it resonates with you. And there's no 2 ways about it. The Lords of Melchizedek work has totally resonated with me, has made a huge amount of difference in my life, in building my confidence, acceptance of self, and so much more. It's been a part of the package with the Reiki, the sound energy, the metamorphic technique, and other things that have brought me to this place where I do this program. And so part of that is thank you, Karen, for saying yes, not just to the program, but to the Lords of Melchizedek in the first place. That whatever it was that shoved me in the direction of being at that first workshop, because I'm a great believer in trusting that you're in the right place at the right time. And so I want to say thank you to everyone. I know everybody's kept quiet tonight, and I'm really sorry that they have, because I know that we have got Dawn, you're around, and it's unusual for you to keep quiet because you always come back with something to me. I usually get an email from you, but it would be lovely if you could share. We've got Jay, we've got Karen. Karen's in Paris.
Hi, Karen.
We've got Linda, we've got Sylvie, we've got Roger, and we've got Sheila. So
okay, hi everybody.
So I know that, and this is genuine, folks. I'm not reading out names that aren't, because I know the replay they won't see this. So thank you, all of you, for being here. I hope you've enjoyed it. It would have been lovely to have had some comments, but that's fine. Maybe for some reason the technology is just not allowing it today. I know why it's not. Folks, Thank you. We have got some comments. My fault. I do apologise. Sylvie says, thank you, Karen, for this, Karen. My fault, Karen. It's not technology, it's Sarah.
Oh, things
Okay,
happen.
right. Maybe I ought to go down to the bottom. All right. Sylvie. Hello from Sylvie in France. Karen's in Paris.
Yeah.
Sheila and Mike. Um,
Oh, hi. Gosh, it's been a while.
if I'm not mistaken, that's Sheila and Mike in Poole, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, or Bournemouth or wherever it is.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
absolutely. Dawn,
Oh,
good
hi.
evening, Sarah and Karen. Whoops. Looking forward to tonight. Love, Dawn. Sheila, hello from Poole. Yes, so right. John. Oh, John was here. To guess his link in Afghanistan um, wasn't helping, or something happened. So John was here initially. Um, Yep, Dawn here. Hi, Sarah and Karen. My apologise, folks. I didn't see these because I forgot to tick the chat box. My fault. I love technology. Dawn's wonderful. So grateful to you, Karen. Just what I needed. Brilliant.
Oh,
Karen is
you
great. Yeah,
thank
Dawn's always.
you.
Karen, thank you so much. That was lovely. I'm feeling harmonised. Sylvie,
Good.
enjoyable, yes. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Sarah and Karen. It was wonderful. Linda, hi. Powerful alignment. Felt the presence behind me. Very healing, channeling. Thank you. Will this entity stay around as I still feel it with me now? Bless you both.
That is your choice. It's one of the Lords or Ladies of Melchizedek. I felt and saw in my inner vision when we began the exercise that everybody had a member of the band or stream of energy, if you like, of the Lords of Melchizedek with him or her. It is your choice. If you wish to accept that energy in your life forever, just tell that energy, I'd like you to stay. It's an energy of pure unconditional love, and can't go wrong with one of those. They are amazing energies. So yes, if you want it, just please say so to it, him or her, if you like. They show me themselves as human type beings because that's what I understand. But they are energy more than anything.
Brilliant. I hope that answers your question, Linda, and I'm pleased I remembered the chat box tick. Sylvia says, thank you, Karen. Karen says, hello there, Karen. Linda says, hope other people enjoyed it as much as I did. The Lord's Melchizedek here in London. Thank you. Warmest wishes to you all. So thank you very much indeed. So we have had a sort of quite a few people. Karen, any final words before I just let people know what's happening next week?
I don't know. I can't think of anything to say except if you enjoyed that, have a look at the website and see if you fancy taking it any further. And I'm quite happy to answer emails that come to me from my website as well with any questions.
Brilliant.
Everything.
And I've shared your. I'm sure I've shared your email address in the replay newsletter as well.
Okay, fabulous. Thank
But they
you.
can obviously contact you through the website.
Yep,
Brilliant.
no problem.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. My apologies. I should maybe remind you I left reading out everything till the right to the end. I apologise, folks. My fault. But that's the joy of doing these programs live. You get all the glitches and hitches and all the rest of it, and it makes it so real, and I love it. So, Karen, thank you. And next week, we have Ildiko Sko with us, and she is going to be doing Make 2015 the year you get unstuck from your cravings. I know I need that one for chocolate. So I'm looking forward to that. We look forward to welcoming Ildiko back again because Ildiko's been with us before. So, ladies and so again, the link to that is in the replay email, and it's on the website, so you can find all of those in those places. So there's no need to miss. But please remember, you do have to register for each program. You're not automatically going to go and get the links for every program if you register for one. And you will then get the replay emails. Even if you can't join us live, it is worth registering, and you don't miss anything. So thank you. And Karen has said, bless you both for sharing so much. Many thanks. I love it
Oh,
when
thank
I
you.
know that it's being valued and people are enjoying it. So a
And thanks
huge,
to everybody for being here. Sorry, Sarah.
so no, that's fine, because I was going to give you a chance to say something anyway. I want to say a huge thank you to Karen. Thank you so much for sharing this.
You're
Please,
welcome.
please do ask her questions, because I know people can hopefully feel my enthusiasm for the work that Karen does with the Lords of Melchizedek, and that's why I invited her on to do this. And I hope that you will think about experiencing more of it for yourself. As I said, do go to those previous 2 programs with Karen. So thank you, Karen. Thank you for all our viewers, and I hope that some of you will investigate the work, if you haven't already, with Karen and the Lords of Melchizedek. And Karen, thank you. And I don't know whether you want to say cheerio to everyone before we shut down.
Yes, thank you all for being here. And I actually met the other Karen last night for the first time in real life. So yes, here in Alsace, and then she's gone back to Paris. Sylvie's a dear friend, and I'd like to know if Roger is the Roger from New Zealand. But thanks to everybody for being, and Sheila and Mike, gosh, that's been a long time.
Yeah,
And Dawn, I've only met Dawn on here before. But
yeah.
hello to everybody, and thanks for being here. And then see you later.
And thank you, folks. Thank you for joining us. Join us again next week and all the other weeks, as many as you can join us for, and we'll look forward to seeing you then. Love, peace, and light to you all. Namaste.